Hello, Chester here. So we're going to continue playing Grixis Tempo. So just a quick recap of this deck. Splashing red, we get DRC as another threat. This is the Delver-like threat that's been in Legacy for a long time, and I just wanted to see if we can try to reconstruct that deck inside of Timeless, even without the free spells, of course. We do have Treasure Cruise and Mana Drain as powerful cards. DRC's main role is having evasion and dealing exactly 3 damage makes stuff like a Johnny easier to deal with. And then you have Molten Collapse, which is a 2 for 1 if they decide to static prison your frog or your threats. Cinderclasm, well, it's also for that matchup, but it has a flex use since if you cast this for 2 mana, it deals 1 damage to each creature, so it cleanly trades for Orcish Bowmasters. And we have last time I played with 4 lightning bolts and no unholy heat. I'm trying out this split because I really wanted to get stuff like Shouldred, a reanimated troll, or even Goyfs and Psychic Frogs because I found that the red splash makes you worse against the mirror tempo decks with frog, which makes sense because these are all damage based removal. And for the sideboard, I didn't really change anything here. We still have 3 sweepers in the board, 2 spell snare, 2 spell pierce. The invasive surgery has been useful for the show and tell decks, and I'm wondering if I can also use this against the reanimate decks. The disruptor flutes, I'm not really sure what to think about yet. I think I need to do some personal challenges with other people to test this out. So we're running 19 lands with 2 tap lands. So this is 17 untapped lands. The Blood Crypts is a requirement since you do start off aggressively with black and red spells here. Because if you think about it, your threats are black and red, your interaction is black and red, and this also costs double red. And it's fine since you don't really have to have mana drain up on 2 unless you're playing against a combo deck. For the aggressive matchups, you usually want to have removal up anyway while deploying cheap threats. Anyway, that's it for now. Let's play some games. We're gonna play first. We don't see a companion, but this is a very good hand. Correct balance of interaction, removal, and threats. Going in blind, I think I want to Inquisition first since they might be on a Dark Ritual combo deck, but it looks like they are on a Show and Tell variant instead. Let's take the Seed of Hope. This seems to be the woodland version of Show and Tell. So let's just play Channeler here. There's an argument to play Bowmasters there, but really want to start digging for interaction. Let's put a stop on my upkeep. Don't need the second bolt. Hmm. Well, I guess I can keep the second bolt. Let's play out the channeler here. Let's see if they mana drain. They don't mana drain. You can go ahead and lightning bolt. This turns on Delirium. Again, we're looking for counter spells or Cling to Dust. Actually, Cling to Dust is better. Okay, there's the One Ring. Let's see what they will draw into here. There's a Brainstorm. I think I'm just going to keep looking for counter spells here. This is 6. Yeah, I don't need to play the Masters. Lock this in. If they don't have mana drain here, they're dead. Okay, Veil of Summers. Also good. Maybe it was better last turn. Though they could have brainstormed in response, played the One Ring. It's not very clear. Alright, we got there. So for this matchup, we want Spell Pierce, Spell Snare. Invasive Surgery could be fine. They want Flute, Curse, Tutor, Extraction. We don't want Unholy Heat, Lightning Bolt, Tamiyo, a number of Baubles. Cinderclasm doesn't do much. Molten Collapse doesn't do much. So basically take all the removal out and bring all the graveyard hate and combo hate. It could backfire if they have a sideboard juke here. This is an okay hand. Not great. We're going to Spell Snare Aim Malevolent Rumble here. Then here we're just going to jump Frog. Next turn, we Nethergoyf into Bowmasters. Perfect. So what I'm going to do here is actually discard a land. Nice. This could be bait. There's the Rumble. That's interesting. Hmm. I'm just going to Bowmasters this spawn. They could Veil of Summer here. Now they need to have another Veil and Show and Tell. Let's see. Now we need to think hard what to name with Flute. What could they possibly have? I guess Atraxa is the best. Okay, they shown Atraxa here. So I guess it's just shifting woodlands. Hmm. Is there a way to get out of this? I don't think so. I'm good with how I boarded. This has the incorrect colors. Alright, I guess this is much better. I don't think I want the Mystic Sanctuary. It's very greedy to bottom that, but it's a tap land. I'm not gonna win this game by playing a tap land on two. Okay, let's just crack the fetch. Get steam vents. We're gonna brainstorm on end step. Okay, we're gonna go with Bowmasters here. Not sure if this is enough. They have brainstorm. It's a defense grid. I guess let's just spell pierce this. Hmm. They should actually just have this. Alright, they failed to find the combo. Sometimes as the combo deck, you just find a bunch of 8 pieces like this. Let's play first. Again, no companions, but this is a pretty fast hand. Won't be surprised if this is a combo deck. Okay, looks like a combo deck. I guess we want to brainstorm first. Perfect. Let's bottom heat for now. And the other brainstorm. No, maybe it's just both removal spells. I'm gonna get black here. Look at the top of their library. See a march. I guess we're just getting the nightmare here. They can't sack the grief to intent. Let's do another brainstorm. Perfect. Guess we keep up the mana drain here. 2, 4. They can hardcast the march for a bunch. So I guess we counter that. Or maybe not. Let's not fetch first. Okay, since they did that, let's just mana drain. For this matchup, this is the combo deck. Jet Storm. We don't want the Molten Collapse. We probably want Boots, not Heat. We want Meathook Massacre, Spell Snare, Disruptor Flutes, Hearse, Surgical. I guess we can trim down on Baubles here. I actually want to cut one more Lightning Bolt for Cinder. Let's see. Let's trim a Bauble, maybe a couple of Bowmasters since we're bringing in board wipes anyway. Pretty sure we don't want Pierce. I think Pierce is a good card, but if they're going first, it's not. Even Inquisition of Kozilek is questionable. This is an okay hand. That's really aggressive. They took the frog. I guess I fetch for red here. Play Tamiyo. We're just gonna hold up Bolt. Kinda want to counter this. They can do a Cotonian Nightmare Loop. Okay, now I'm just going to flip Tamiyo. Hmm. Should have played the sewers instead. Nice. For this deck, you kind of want to dig for Necropotence if you want to beat tempo decks. Let's play first. Again, no companions. So this removal heavy hand, I'm kind of leaning on not keeping it, especially since we have a tap land. Uh, I guess this is a bit better. No need for Molten Collapse. I'm going to lead with Blood Crypt. Okay, this sucks. I'm going to take the Planar Genesis here since that leads them to finding the Black Land. Perfect. Hopefully they don't just show and tell here. Okay. search for sewers. You just need one interaction spell, I guess. You just need to find one interaction. Alright. I guess that's what happens if you dilute your show and tell deck. No Molten Collapse. I guess we're going to have to keep bolts in. Cinderclasm out. Let's have surgical here. Hmm. I guess Tamiyo doesn't make sense here. You can make room for flute, maybe a tutor. Since they're not a your usual show and tell deck, it's going to be hard to play around things here. Like that could easily represent. Alright. So they don't run stern schooling. Okay. I think it's pretty important for me to get rid of the veils. Though I should have done that on their draw step. Demonic shooter. I don't think we need that. Let's keep a treasure cruise. Hmm. Alright, let's bottom a Nethergoyf. Or leave that on top. Okay, that works. Let's take this. They can't cast the whatever it's called. Let's leave the creature here. Yep. The opponent diluted their deck too much. Alright, let's play first. We're going first. This is a good frog hand. We can Inquisition into frog. We're probably going to take their removal spell here, which is the static prison in this case. We're just gonna jump frog here. The next turn we can bolt Nethergoyf. The worst case, of course, is if they drew exactly Pride into removal spell, which is not the case. Now we get to enjoy frog running free. I need to hold bolt up just in case they draw into a Johnny. Let's get a, I guess, Undercity Sewers. Now let's just attack. Maybe discard a Misty Rainforest. I actually missed little here. Yeah, I missed little here. Well, not really. Now let's just cruise here. I think we can just play Tamiyo. Now let's just get the Blood Crypt here. Or maybe just the Steam Vents. Discard Brainstorm. Let the frog fly. We have the counter spell up for a Swords to Plowshares. A discharge won't be able to do it. And now we can just bolt them. Pretty nice. So on the draw, we actually want less frogs here. Get the discard spells out. Take some bubbles out. Bring in the sweepers. K command. And we can actually trim down on mana drain to get spell snare. We can trim down on DRCs in favor of flutes. So basically, we're shifting into a control role. And DRC is bad on the draw because they can just Bowmasters it. This is a keepable hand even though we have the Sanctuary. Since they head up this Marsh Flats, I'm not going to play the Tamiyo into it. Instead, I could get Undercity Sewers here, find another land, and I just want to jam Tamiyo here. This is a Bowmaster's turn, so I kind of want them to commit into the Cinderclasm. Let's not crack the fetch. I think I'm fine with brainstorming now. If they kill this, it's fine. Now, the best way to do this is to hide your next play. So I want Cinderclasm for my next draw. Let's play the Blood Crypt tap. You only get wrecked if they play like a Johnny and then flip it. Okay, I guess now it's fine. We're going to take this one. They can Bowmasters now if they want. Okay, that's fine. Let's pass. Okay, that's pretty scary. Hmm. I guess I can block this. And maybe do this. I guess I should name Goblin Bombardment. Okay, I guess it's time to act. Fortunately, we missed. Yep, I can't Sanctuary since we did draw the Sanctuary early. Now we're on the play. Get the threats back. Let's go. Yeah, I think this is fine. Maybe minus the K command. Okay, this is pretty good. Um, Lead with the Dragon's Rage Channeler. What do they take here? Hopefully they take the Collapse. He took the Bowmasters. I guess that means they have a Bowmasters too. Guess we could try a block here. Okay, I want that. Get aggressive. So this is kind of the strength of this versus the Dimir deck. The Nethergoyf gets bigger fast, and there's Dragon Rage Channeler to attack for 3. And the Mardu deck does a lot of damage to themselves. Okay, the swords. The Dragon's Rage Channeler is just constantly pressuring their life. Don't need to do anything here. Not gonna take any risk. Nice. And even game 2, if I just drew this Cinderclasm, I could have easily taken over that game. Welcome back. So playing the deck for so I've played the deck for around 26 times now. We are currently 19 and 5 with the deck. 4 and 1 against Mardu Energy, 1 and 1 against Boros Energy, and 2 and 1 against the Show and Tell deck because of that blunder the previous video. So I think DRC is a great in a great spot right now. But if you want to counter this deck, you have to play things like Leyline of the Void, Rest in Peace. If that becomes a thing in Timeless, then this deck becomes weaker. Not only don't we have enchantment hate, we have a lot of artifact hate even. So you're mostly going to get graveyard hate with a discard spell or the mana drains, spell pierce. I'm really considering Disruptor Flute instead of first in the Mardu matchup since if they bring in things like hers, you can just name the hers. So I'm kind of banking on testing this out against Mardu more. And I think it was correct to assess that Psychic Frog isn't that great in that matchup because they usually load up on Fatal Push, Swords to Plowshares, and even Galvanic Discharge. You can rarely fight over those unless you have a good read on what's in their hand. Molten Collapse has been great. Cinderclasm has been great. The burn spells have been great. And the instant speed value on this is insane. Though for the last match, you can see the opponent has started to play around instant speed sweepers. So maybe it'll be different once they know how to play around this card. But even then, I think it's worth making them waste the mana and having to flash in the Bowmasters proactively because that means our Orcish Bowmasters gets its value and we can brainstorm or treasure cruise freely if their Bowmasters is already dead. And some lines you can even brainstorm, bait out the Bowmasters, and then play Cinder when it hits the board. Yeah, that's it for now. So last thing, I'm not really sure about Kolaghan's command. Same with Flame of Honor. I feel like a 3 mana spell isn't where you want to be in this format, but I could be wrong. Anyway, thank you for watching.